This fight begins with an opponent that appears weak, unfocused and mechanically inconsistent. But as the pressure increases, the combat behavior suddenly changes. Hit consistency becomes unnaturally stable. Overlapping exchanges begin connecting from improbable angles, and the knockback starts feeling increasingly mechanical and overpowered. As the fight continues, the suspicious patterns escalate further. The opponent alternates between moments of weak, legitimate gameplay and sudden bursts of highly assisted combat behavior, strongly resembling a juggler attempting to compensate under pressure. Later in the fight, severe instability begins affecting the opponent's movement entirely, creating desynchronized positioning, teleportation, and eventually a complete movement freeze during combat. What follows becomes one of the strangest collapses we have analyzed so far. Welcome to Cheaters Analysis in Minecraft PvP Episode 13. At first glance, this player honestly does not look threatening at all. The movement feels unfocused, awareness looks weak, reactions are delayed, and during the opening exchanges, I begin landing clean pressure almost immediately. The opponent looks lost, but then the behavior changes, not gradually, not naturally through adaptation, but instantly. The moment I begin entering combat range, suddenly every exchange starts connecting onto me from unusual angles, even while overlapping, even while our models are nearly inside each other. Hits continue landing with unnatural consistency, and this is where the fight immediately becomes suspicious. Legitimate PvP tracking, even at high level, still contains instability. Players recalibrate aim constantly. Crosshair placement drifts, spacing breaks apart under pressure, and close range overlapping usually creates missed hits, delayed timing, or positional confusion. But here, the tracking does not behave organically. Instead, the hit registration feels mechanically maintained, almost as if the opponent's client is compensating the moment spacing becomes difficult, especially during overlap situations. Normally, when two players collapse into each other's hitbox range, aiming becomes visually messy. Human players lose tracking for fractions of a second. They overcorrect, they flick too far, and they miss. Here, that instability barely exists. As soon as I enter range, the hits begin connecting almost automatically. Not only that, but the knockback itself begin feeling unusually rigid and overpowered. Every successful hit creates extremely forceful displacement, pushing me back in a very mechanical rhythm. The fight slowly stops feeling like a duel against a player and starts feeling like fighting against a system attempting to stabilize itself. And what becomes even more revealing is that outside of these suspicious exchanges, the opponent still struggles heavily. Every time the cheats appear to disengage, or every time the player attempts to fight more legitimately, the pressure immediately collapses. But then, something strange happens. The entire fight begins destabilizing. The opponent's movement suddenly becomes erratic. The character starts teleporting slightly, skipping positions, desyncing across the arena. At this point, even my own focus starts getting disrupted because unstable movement completely changes combat timing and visual tracking. Whatever the cause was, the timing could not have been worse for him, because I immediately capitalize. I begin continuously critical hitting the opponent while they remain immobilized. The armor durability starts collapsing rapidly, piece after piece, begins nearing destruction while the player remains trapped in place, still attempting to recover through gapples. And that creates questions. Was this purely unstable internet, or was the cheat client itself becoming unstable? Possible bad hotkey management, module conflict, client desynchronization, incorrect toggling under pressure. But the behavior here becomes inconsistent. Because while the character is frozen, the player is still visibly eating apples. And then, suddenly the movement returns. The opponent starts fighting back again, but by now the damage is already done. The armor has been shredded, the defensive structure of the fight is gone, and what follows feels less like a comeback and more like desperation. The aggression increases, the exchanges become even more reckless, the helmet breaks, the boots pop shortly after, and finally the fight ends. All I have to do is remain composed. And situations like this reveal something important about cheaters in competitive PvP. Many of them focus so heavily on artificial combat assistance that they neglect the surrounding systems that keep gameplay stable in the first place. Awareness in PvP is not only about landing hits, it also involves awareness of positioning, timing, network stability, client performance, key management, and maintaining complete control over the environment you are fighting in. And ironically, many togglers lack awareness not only inside the fight but outside of it as well. Unstable Wi-Fi, poor PC performance, desynchronized gameplay, mismanaged cheat modules, bad hotkeys, panic toggling under pressure. Eventually, all of these instabilities begin stacking together and the artificial gameplay starts collapsing on itself. As always, I hope you enjoyed this PvP breakdown. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.